The Oklahoma City Thunder might end up regretting this trade that they made, giving up Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso at the start of the NBA offseason, like 2 days in. And many people are calling out Sam Presti on this, saying that this is one of his biggest mistakes he's ever made in his career, potentially the biggest mistake as he's ever made. And they might be saying this is the worst trade he's ever done. Why would you give up Giddey, who has all-star potential? I think he does. I think he does have all-star potential, but we're going to break down today in this video why I think it is a good trade. Not just for the Thunder, but for the Bulls as well. I think it was a win-win scenario. I truly do. And I talked about it when the trade initially happened as well, explaining why it's a good fit for both teams because of the system they're going into. The play style allows them to actually succeed and play better than they were in the previous position. That's what you got to look at it. You can't just look at it by stats alone. You have to look at it by how they play and what system, what coach allows them to be the best that they can be. We're going to break it down here today on Thunder Digest. But before we get into all that, though, I want to take a moment and say that 9% of you guys have that bell button hit and everything, getting notified when a new video drops here on the channel. I mean the world of you guys if you guys can hit that bell notification button. That way you guys can stay up to date when a new video drops here on Thunder Digest, and anytime we do a live stream, that good stuff. That way you guys know, you never miss a video or anything like that. So if you guys want to hit that bell button, it mean the world to me. Now we can go ahead and get into the video here talking about Josh Giddey, of course. All right, the Josh Giddey Alex Caruso trade that happened about a month ago now, maybe even longer than a month if I'm thinking correctly. Okay, one of those things. It's been a while, but I see you guys all the time. I see it on Twitter, I see it on Instagram, I see it on every social media platform. I see it in the comment sections, you guys talking about Josh Giddey. Oh, the trade for Alex Caruso, giving up Josh Giddey was a horrible one. Why would we do that? And like I said, it's about perspective. You can't just look at it as, we gave up a 12-point per game score for someone that barely gets 7 points a game. That's not how basketball works. Yes, you have to score points, but that's not the only thing that goes into it. Defense is a factor, and just being honest, Giddey was our worst defender on the team. Being honest about that, and we got an all-defensive type of player in return. That's where I think we got the upgrade in defense. And secondly, I think Alex Caruso fits well into our system. He's not someone that needs the ball to score. He isn't. He's someone that can, cut and, spot up on the corner and shoot the three ball. Giddey wasn't. Giddey needs to be the, main ball handler and the facilitator for an offense if he wants to be successful. He can't be cutting. He can't be, a spot up catch and shoot guy. He needs to be the guy facilitating, running pick and rolls and everything like that. And he could average 18, 8, and 8 like he has been in the Olympics so far. When you look at the stats here, all right, his first Olympic game, in his Olympics debut, okay, 17 points a game, 7 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from behind the three-point line. I love to see that, him actually developing a three-point shot. He's been playing very well in the Olympics. I don't know what's gotten into him, but I love to see this. 8 rebounds and 8 assists as Australia beat Spain 92-80. And Spain isn't like a cakewalk team either. They're not. They're not necessarily a cakewalk team, okay? They really aren't. And it was impressive to see him play like that. He's the best player in Australia right now. He really is. I want to see him succeed in Chicago. But I think the trade was a good one, and it was, I think the trade needed to happen. It definitely needed to happen when you look at not just stats, all right? And speaking of stats, I can bring them up right now. I can, all right? Josh Giddey, last season he averaged 12 a game, all right? It was 6 rebounds and 5 assists. Down year for sure, okay? We know why it was a down year. It was definitely a down year for him, but it's fine. Okay, half a block, half a steal, not the greatest defensive stats, all right? And even defensively, he's not very mobile, so it's hard to guard another guard like him. That was a lot of guards in that sentence. We're going to move on from that. 2 turnovers a game, which is nice. I like to see that. Less than 2 fouls a game, 47% from the field, and he did shoot 33% from behind the three-point line. The thing is, he was only taking about 3 three-pointers a game and making one of them, so yeah, that checks out. He's not chunking up a ton of three-pointers, okay? He's a guy I would like to see him develop a shot and taking 5 to 6 a game for sure, but we know he likes to drive a lot and then kick it out and get a ton of assists. We know that with Giddey. 6'8", 21 years old. He's about to be 22 in, about 50 days or so, 50, 60 days. He's still young. He still has potential. I get that. Shooting 36% on corner threes. 96% of his threes are assisted, and 28% of all his shots are threes. We needed a three-point shooter because we knew he wasn't going to be the main ball handler in our system. We knew that. And so what we did was we went out there and got someone that can be a three-point shooter, a spot-up guy if we need him to be, someone that doesn't need the ball in his hands to be successful on offense. That's what we did. We also upgraded our defense at the same time. And if you are telling me Alex Caruso is not a top 10 defender in the NBA, please tell me why. Please. Because everyone seems to agree he is. When you ask NBA players, executives, coaches, even the media, his name is always being brought up. He is one of the best defenders in the NBA, and you can't tell me otherwise. He really is. And that's what we're building here in OKC is defense. So, of course, we wanted to go out there and get a, all-defensive team guy like we did in Alex Caruso. When you look at the stats, sure, it's not the most glamorous defensive stats or anything. Not the most glamorous. See, I thought he was averaging 7 points a game. He averaged 10 a game last season. 2 points less. Oh my gosh, no, we're losing 2 points. We're probably really gaining like 10 points with the defense we're adding in Caruso. 4 rebounds a game, 3.5 assists, a block a game, almost 2 steals a game, less than 2 turnovers a game, 2.5 fouls per game, 46% from the field, and 40% from behind the three-point line. He is a better shooter than Josh Giddey. 6'5", 30 years old. Yes, I get it. He's older. We needed some veteran leadership on this team. We know that. We did. We needed some playoff experience. We needed an NBA champion on our team. We checked off almost every box besides rebounding and, paint defense and Alex Caruso. All right? We checked off a lot of needs that we needed with Alex Caruso by himself. Even then, he can defend a little bit in the paint if he needs to. He knows how to, swipe the ball away from a bigger defender if he's getting back down low in the post. He shoots almost 40% on corner threes. Better than Giddey, okay? 89% of his threes are assisted, and 61% of all his shots are threes. I like this because, like I mentioned, we need a three-point shooter on our team, a catch-and-shoot guy on our team. 89% of his threes are assisted, which means catch-and-shoot guy, all right? He does better shooting-wise when he gets it off of a pass immediately. He does. When you watch his game, that's how he gets majority of his three-point shots. The stats don't lie there either, all right? But you have to watch them play. You have to watch them and figure out, does the system work for them? A year or two ago, the system was built around Giddey because we were building the team around him. Because we weren't expecting Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to take this kind of leap. We weren't expecting when we drafted Jalen Williams, J-Dub, to be the kind of player he was. We were, planning on building, okay, we got Chet Holmgren. Let's build the system around Josh Giddey and then potentially Chet Holmgren. Have a little, 1-2 punch with them with pick and roll situations. And then we have good shooters out on the perimeter in case the paint is clogged up because everyone comes to help. Kick it out to a short shooter out on the wing. Boom. All right. That's how we run our offense. We run through those two guys. Then SGA became an MVP level play. All right? Then the whole system changed. When you have a player doing the things Shai Gilgeous-Alexander does, of course you're going to build the system around them, especially when you have someone that's young like him, 26 years old. He's not even in the prime of his career yet. Yes, you build the system around them. And the system just was no longer built for Giddey. All right? 2 years ago, even a year ago, all right, before last season, the system was built for Giddey to take it up and facilitate it and get a shot immediately off his pass, whether it was a pick and roll or, pick and pop situation, someone cut open, all right? They're trying to feed it through from Giddey to someone else because they know he's one of the better passers in the league. But the system was no longer built like that. It was built, okay, everyone needs to be able to score with the ball. That's what it's all about. SGA driving in, getting to the bucket. Jalen Williams driving in, getting to the bucket. Even Dort, figured out a little bit. And then we have a few shooters spread out there in case they collapse on them. Giddey just wasn't the best shooter, and so we needed to replace it. He just no longer fit in the system. Alex Caruso will fit perfectly in the OKC system, and then the same goes for Josh Giddey. He will fit perfectly in the Chicago system. He will be the main ball handler and facilitator in Chicago. He will be a true point guard with Kobe White and maybe even Zach LaVine on that team. Okay, 2 really good scores. Kobe White has potential with Josh Giddey on his team to average 25, 28 points a game. All right, that's how much potential that the Bulls could have if they build up with this young squad that they have of Kobe White and Josh Giddey now. They have that potential. It was a good trade for both sides. That's simple. All right, you have to look at it as perspective. And I don't think the Thunder are going to regret this because even though we might not win a ring next year, I think we have the potential. We can definitely make the finals. I see a ring coming in the future for sure. I do. And maybe it is next year. Maybe we put it all together next year, all right? I would like to see us, try to make one more move and trade for a 4, which allows us to put Hartenstein on the bench and have a true center coming off the bench. But right now, we do have a good squad after this Caruso trade and everything we've done in the offseason. So no, I don't think the Thunder are going to regret this trade. All right, and we need to stop talking about it. We do. It's happened. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay, if I'm wrong and we don't even finish as a 2 seed next season, 2 or 3 seed, go ahead and tell me, hey, with Giddey, we might have been better. All right, go ahead and tell me that. But until if the team proves me wrong that we would have been better off with Giddey, I don't want to hear any more of it. That's all I got for this video, though. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comment section below. Get them all out before I no longer want to hear them all. All right, because it's getting a little bit tiring. All right, I'm tired of hearing all this, Giddey stuff. Okay, get it all out. Let me know what you guys personally think about the trade, and I'll see you guys in the next video.